It's a beautiful day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. I am super delighted to welcome you to another insightful and educative section of Property Matters here on YouTube. In case you're coming across a video like this for the first time, this is Property Matters. I am Adejare, and Property Matter is a real estate YouTube talk show that comes your way twice on a weekly basis here on YouTube. Over time, we've talked about, or we've dissected the real estate market, talking about the off plan, the rentals. We've talked about land documentation, how to spot a manipulative real estate developer. We've talked about how to identify a fraudulent real estate practitioner. We've talked about different manipulations that is being used in the real estate industry, and we've also explained elaborately on how you can avoid various property scam here in Lagos, Nigeria. In case you like what we're doing and you want to show us your support, the best way you can show us support is to subscribe to this channel so that we can reach more people. Invite your friends and family to do so. And when you do so, you'll be glad you did, because we have important and, of course, explosive topics that we will be releasing here on Property Matters for you, our smart and, of course, intelligent real estate investors, not to fall into any other form of what manipulations and, of course, scam, fraudulent practices in real estate. So this is why Property Matters is designed, and this is why we want to keep giving you the best. So in case you're coming across this video once again for the first time, please subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thumbs up to you. Thank you for following. Thank you for keeping up at Property Matters. Please, if you have not subscribed, help us to reach more people by subscribing. Turn on the notification bell. I'll be back immediately after this short commercial. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. Peak Luxury Court is a fantastic investment for a smart investor who is looking forward to buy and build. Buy and build in the heart of Songotedo. This property already has facilities like long tennis court, football pitch, and there are several facilities like 24-hour security, 24-hour power supply, good drainage system, and to mention but a few. This property is available in 300 square meters, 17.5 million, 400 square meter, 22.5 million, and of course 500 square meters and 600 square meters. 600 square meters is selling for 35 million. This property is covered with the COO and is located in a buy and build location behind Monastery. This property is for an investor who is looking forward to earn good rental income from apartment and OVO and other building typologies. Presently, we have 12-month interest free. For 12-month interest, you are not paying any interest. But of course, the 24-month payment plan comes with little interest. So for more information, you can contact us. Let's go back to the video. All right, you're welcome back. You're welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about something that is very important. Now, the very first appeal I want to make to all our listeners and real estate developers, basically, I said real estate developers, of course. I'm very conversant with some of these developers. So sometimes when I see real estate investors, I mistake them to be a developer. But maybe some investors will also later become, developers. Of course, it may be something. So before I go, I want to say Barika de Salah to all our Muslim brothers and sisters, our fathers and mothers. Barika de Salah. We pray that this new Salah will usher us into more greatness, into more money, great health. Inshallah, Barika de Salah. So I also want to quickly, in this, Salah festive period, to, solicit for support. Please, if you're viewing this video for the first time, do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification. But let me tell you, we have hot and important topics packed. There are some that we are researching. There are some that we've concluded their research. There are some that will be coming in. And of course, the purpose of all this is to ensure that you don't lose a dime, a penny to any form of real estate investment in Lagos, Nigeria. And that is what actually inspired, the idea of having Property Matters, which comes on your channel or on the YouTube every two. Of course, we have 2 episodes every week. So, of course, this is going to be the final episode for this week. But we want to solicit for your support. Do well to subscribe. Help us reach most people in this Salah period. Show us some generosity by subscribing. Invite your friends and family to do so that we can reach wider. The wider audience we reach, the wider opportunity we have to preach, the message of don't get scammed. And one of the ways we can do that is when you subscribe to this channel, when you encourage your friends and family to do so, you reach wider audience, and a whole lot of people will be well informed. So today we are going to be talking about something that is very, very important. These have also been in the mind of several real estate investors, not only in Nigeria, but in diaspora. And this obviously has been a center, and a lot of people believe that this part today's topic is more or less like a strategy that is being used to make people buy properties even when they are not financially, mentally ready to do so. So today we're going to be talking about price increase in the Lagos State real estate market. Is it a justification for the present realities of what the real estate market is seeing in Lagos, Nigeria? Or is it a strategy that is actually designed and of course used in manipulating people to hurriedly buy properties even when they are not financially prepared to do so? I was in a conversation with a lot of real estate practitioners here in Lagos, Nigeria, and we're deliberating on some of this. And I also raised this topic. I was speaking with also a real estate investor, and the man actually said that he is perceiving the entire price increase strategy as a means of making people to buy or hurriedly buy properties even when they are not sure of the status, or even when they're trying to do their own personal verification to ensure that the property meets their particular needs. So today we're going to be talking about, is price increase a justification in the real estate market, or a strategy that is designed to make people buy properties even when they don't intend, or when they are not finally planning to do so? And in today's episode, the reason why I want you to follow this video till the end, the reason why I want you to subscribe to this channel, the reason why I want you to share today's episode of Property Matter, is because of the fact that today's topic will answer several questions that have been on the mind of different real estate investors, not only in Lagos but in Nigeria. When you share this video, you're sharing important content, you're sharing important information that will give, for the fact that you are far away, for the fact that you're not in Nigeria, should not deny you accurate information to the present happenings and the activities that is going on. When you follow us, when you share this video, when you tell people about Property Matters, real estate investor will be well abreast with the present realities in the industry. And this is why I'm soliciting people, when you share this video, when you subscribe to this channel, you're helping people not to get scammed. You're helping people not, to throw away their hard-earned money. We know that a whole lot of people are working day and night. A lot of people are working through the summer. A lot of people are working through this, through the winter to gather this money. It is very, very unfair if after working this hard, a lot of people have spent several years in Europe. They've spent several, time in other countries in raising funds to buy these properties, because of the fact that most of them are not, opportune to some of these informations that we're sharing. Is obviously a mistake why many of them are still repeating the same investment errors. But when Property Matter came on board, Property Matter is more or less like a torchlight that illuminates light into the dark part of real estate investment that many people don't know. So if you really want to help more people to get the accurate information of what is happening, you will do well to subscribe, you will share this video, and you encourage your friends and family to do so, so that we can reach a wider audience. So at the end of this video, we have several topics presently on Property Matters. We have 158 videos addressing different aspects of real estate. So at your leisure time, if there's any part of real estate investment in Nigeria that you don't know, we have well detailed information that you can check, get information. And of course, if you have further inquiries, you are free to contact us. I'll be back. I need to get a glass of water. I've spoken a lot. I'll be back immediately after this short tea break. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this property for sale. It's a low budget property with a registered survey that is already lodged at Alausa. For investors who want to confirm this, I have the lodgement copy. That means that the developer of this property have started perfecting the title, so it will get to a C of which we perfected. Now look at the gatehouse. It's an 100% dry land in the beautiful city of Ibeju Lekki Igbo is just few minutes away from the popular Igbonla. Look at the perimeter fencing. Look at how well these developers secure this property. Look at the type of fence for a property that is selling for 1.5 million. Now, this property is selling for 1.5 million, but all inclusive is 2,350,000. So we have different payment plan, 2 weeks payment plan, 1 month payment plan, 3 month payment plan, and the maximum payment plan for this property is 6 months. As you can see, that development work is still on. Look at the gravels that was on site, and look at the way the fence and the gatehouse has been done. This property also have a CCTV surveillance cam. That's a CCTV surveillance cam to show you that this real estate developer understand the concept of security. So for more information about this property, give me a call and I can take you here for inspection. All right, you're welcome back. Welcome. Of course, I had to go for that little, tea break. So today, now, what are the five, justifications, or what are the five reasons why real estate developers in Lagos, Nigeria, keep increasing real estate properties, the prices of their properties, and how? Now, I can tell you, a lot of them are watching this video, so I'm not going to mince word and I'm not going to hide anything. Now, the very first thing is that price increase is actually a potent strategy. In fact, it is a devised mechanism, okay, that has helped a whole lot of real estate companies to sell up their properties at an unimaginable rate. To some people, they will not understand this until I begin to explain and unravel how the Nigerian real estate market works. As a real estate investor, I've been to several sites, I've been to several properties that have been sold for millions of naira. And one of the things I've seen, one of the things I've come to realize basically is that most of these are not well organized, and most of this, I feel that people are being manipulated to pray more for what they should not. So in most cases, price increase most times are strategies that overprice the actual value of a real estate property. Yes, it's a strategy. It's a mechanism, that help people to buy properties at an overpriced rate. And I will explain that I'm not saying that the properties you have bought are not what the actual value. But when you understand that what actually determines the price valuation of a property is not just based on the fact that they have just perimeter fencing and just the gatehouse. If you should tell me that the property is sold for 5 million naira for a plot, for instance in Epe, and if all I'm paying for is just gatehouse and fence, and maybe just 1 or 2 flowers at the front, and I'm paying 5 million naira, that is minus other statutory fees that may come. So in plus or minus, the 5 million may tend out to be 7 million, 7.5. So it's a strategy. And but today, I'm going to be explaining 5 reasons why this price increase will continue to happen. And as a real estate investor, what you need to do and the information you need to have so that you can react appropriately to these strategies. The very first reason why price increase strategy will continue to be used as a mechanism for property purchase in Lagos, Nigeria is that the industry is not regulated. The Nigerian real estate industry is not regulated. Now, on this part, I want you to understand that there are positive sides to this and there are negative sides to this. Now, the positive sides to the fact that the Nigerian real estate market is not regulated is due to the fact that you can buy a property for 2 million and in less than 3 months, that property is worth 3 million, 4 million. I've seen instances whereby a real estate developer increased the price of each property from 2.5 to 4 million naira. And this is excluding other fees. So for the fact that the positive side is that for real estate investors that bought that property, they will, of course, smile to the bank. And this is due to the fact that their property has appreciated in value. So that sometimes is a form of what? A big sign of relief to investors, not fully aware that their money is working for them. Now, the negative side basically is that when the industry is not regulated, the point I'm trying to stress here is that you will keep buying properties at an overpriced value. You keep, I don't see a need, I don't see a reason why I'm spending 4 million, 5 million to buy a property that would just be fenced, gated, abandoned, and nothing happens. And one of the reasons why I want you to understand is that because of the fact that the industry is not regulated, companies and developers are the liberty to fix their price. So in most cases, the current prices that they are selling those properties and those lands, whether it is house or land, does not reflect the actual or the present reality of that particular location. There are still some places in Igbonla Epe that they are selling for 3 million that you cannot stay. There are still some places in Ketu Epe that they are selling for 5 million that you cannot stay. There are still some places in Shalamola Joy that is selling above 10 million that you cannot stay. And it's because of the fact that real estate companies are the liberties to fix whatsoever prices that they deem fit or they feel that is the required price. That is why people will keep having or doing the wrong real estate investments. And because of the fact that it's not regulated, the industry is not yet regulated, these scenarios are still going to keep happening at an uncontrollable rate. So my advice to the first point about like that is that when you want to buy a property, involve a professional. Let them do a location analysis. Let them do infrastructural analysis. Let them do the present reality. I personally cannot put 10 to 15 million naira in a place where I have to wait for 5, 6 years. It does not reflect the present reality of your intention of investing in that place. So that's point number one. Then point number two, why we'll keep having price increase, why it will keep occurring at the same time is the cost of infrastructure. Yes, the cost of infrastructure is also another important reasons why price increase will certainly become inevitable in the present real estate industry in Lagos, Nigeria. What do I mean by that? Now, I also need to make some clarifications. Now, I've come under severe criticism by, of course, you viewers and other real estate developers who feel that I'm overreacting. But I'll explain the present reality. For me as an investor, I will not buy a property if the total infrastructure, okay, you are providing is just fencing, gate house, and maybe just say earth road or paved road in the infrastructure. I see no reason why a developer who is just providing gate house, earth road, and is not doing road that leads to the estate, why a developer will charge above 2 million for development. That obviously is exploitation. I need to make this clarification. If what they are giving you guys is just gate house, fencing, okay, and maybe one or two road pavement in the estate, if a developer is charging 2, 3 million naira for that project, is exploitation. But in a situation whereby the developer is doing interlocking road, okay, is doing electricity, or let's also okay, maybe street lights in the estate, and is going to make the road to that estate motorable. Yes, a developer can charge something above 2 million, 3 million, depending on the present cost. Now, let me tell you, the present cost that most real estate developer charge does not reflect the present realities of the cost of building materials. In some cases, I've seen instances whereby if 2 million is what will fix the road, most real estate developer will add additional 2 million, and that additional 2 million will be their own personal gain. So you need to understand that the cost of material in most times is expensive, but I've seen instances whereby some people overdo, and that's why you find out that after they've collected millions of naira from development, you will find out that the access road to that estate is still not accessible. So you ask your question, what exactly are they doing with the development fee? That is a question that they will have to. So in a situation where a developer is providing access road, even if they're not going to do a third road, because a third road is, expensive. At least if they're putting on rubbles or gravel, so that people can drive in and see their property. And let me quickly tell real estate investor, if there is no good access road in your estate, see, nobody will demand for that. You see, Nigerians are very tired of stress. So if I'm going to drive in and the road to your property will spoil my car, it will put more in, more expenses. And most cases is that in some of those estates are private owned, so you don't expect government to come and do road. So in most cases, a lot of them don't factor the cost of making that property accessible, and yet they still charge for it. So these are some of the obvious facts that we're trying to. So the cost of infrastructure is a need, okay, that makes real estate investment investor or real estate developer charge more. Now, the third reason why there is present increase in prices is the cost of title perfection. Now, this is not applicable to all real estate companies, because it is not all real estate developers that have the intention of fixing title. It is not all real estate developers that have intention, but for those who want to fix title, this is a good justification for price increase. And this is due to the fact that I am also in the system. I know what we pay for registered survey. I know what we pay for ratification. I know what we pay to make our C of O file number come out. I know what we pay. So the cost of document perfection, okay, is also a reason why the prices of material, of course, properties in Lagos, Nigeria, to increase. So that one is justifiable. If I'm doing title and I say I'm selling for 2 million, once I have my file number and there's assurance of that the title will come out because of what I've invested in that title, because I want to recoup my money, so I can say, okay, fine. For those who have bought for 5 million, they have they've hit the jackpot. Let them take. For those who are buying, I'm putting all the expenses I use in fixing that title, do you understand, into it. That is the justification. So if a developer is increasing the value of the property, of course, when the property has a title, okay, the property status changes, whether it is C of O, whether it is governor's consent, whether it is gazette. Once there is a title on that property is not on the same level with other properties there. It's not on the same level. So we have to be realistic, and of course we have to be factual about this. Once there's a title on the property, it doesn't matter, the property is not on the same level. Okay, so the title have increased the worth of that property. So the next reason why real estate developer increasing prices basically is to spice up the competition within that locality where that property is. I've seen instances whereby, let's say, 5 different real estate developers have property. They start calling themselves or calling some of their colleagues. What is the name? Company A is selling his own. Okay, company is selling 1.5. Me, I'm selling 1 million. They will think my property is having issues. Let me increase it to 1.5. Company may say, I've not made sales for some time. Oh, let me just do some promo so that people can buy. So in most cases, the obvious facts, the obvious reality why some developers increase prices is just because of competition in that locality. So in most cases, that's the reason. And the final point, basically, for prices increase in property is mostly intentional. I said it at the commencement of this video that the industry is not regulated. So I've seen instances whereby different real estate companies have just increased their property because they feel it's the right time to do so. Now, on the final note, what are those things that you will see on a property or on a particular location that will justify if this real estate developer has the right, okay, to increase the property? And that can also serve as a backup and a justification that what this guy has done is right and he has not overdue, like most permit to use that word, to do. The very first thing is that what justifies price increase are the infrastructures that are there. If there are no good infrastructure in that estate and they're increasing the price, number one, that company is wicked. Number two, the road access. What exactly are they doing to make that road accessible? If the place is not accessible and they're still increasing prices, Number two, the developer is what is wicked. Number three is the title. I've said it before. If you don't have a title in Lagos, brace up for anything. And this is to sound a note of warning to people that are going very close to the road. You want to go and buy free wood on the road in Lagos. Okay, I won't say beyond that. See, if I must buy anything very close to the road, if the thing no get gazette, I mean no get for me to use the word. So please, if you know you are not ready to do title and you want to buy facing road property, it's risky. Oh. It's risky. Oh. So now, if a developer has a good title, a very viable one on that property, and increases the prices, it is justifiable. Okay, when you notice notable infrastructural development and the place has become habitable to the point that people are building. Now, if such company or if such developer chooses to increase that property, you will have seen justification on the need. But in cases whereby a place is bushy, even the fence you have done, grass has covered. In fact, no one can even differentiate the fence from gate, and you are just increasing on the basis that you feel you should have increased the prices, and there is nothing to show for what you have done. My brothers and sisters, stay away from that developer. It is pure wickedness. In this present era, where the prices of things are expensive, and somebody wants to tell me I should come and buy bush for 20 million, it is wickedness. So these are the major justifications. So should I go ahead to buy these properties despite the fact that their prices are increasing as from the 1st of July? Yes, if you can afford to do so, please do that as soon as you can. And if you want to buy less, or you want somebody to help you negotiate a very, very fair price, fair deal, fair whatever. See, me, King's Court, I've done that for several people. Go and ask. I've done that for several people. You want to buy far lesser than the current market value. You want a good payment plan. Of course, I've done that. Even I myself, I buy property, so I know how to do that and get the best real estate investment for you. So this is the reasons why the price increase will keep happening, and I hope you have picked one or two lessons from this. Okay, so you want to do any form of real estate, um investment in Lagos, anywhere in Lagos, you are free to contact us. Of course, like I said, we will help you negotiate a very, very fair deal, lesser than what is being sold. We can even help you negotiate, a flexible payment plan and get the best for you. That is only when you involve us. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain, okay, of today's episode of Property Matters. I hope you have found value. In case you want further clarification or you want to do any form of real estate investment, of course, you can contact us. Our number is below the caption of this video. I'll be glad to. Until I come your way, remember, subscribe to this channel. See the topics that are coming on Property Matters. Hey, you don't want to miss it. So until I come your way in the next episode of Property Matters, do well to subscribe. Take care. Baraka de Salah to all my Muslim brothers and sisters. See you in my next video. God bless you. Bye.